Welcome to the weekly dose of Emuna for Shabbat Kodesh. Love and restraint. We all have a passionate yearning for Hashem that burns in the heart. All of the time we want to attach ourselves to Hashem with every level of our soul, because that is the very purpose of creation. How do we achieve that attachment? How is it possible for our physical and our spiritual needs to be essentially satisfied? So it's interestingly enough that the source of our passion to want to be attached to Hashem is actually rooted in the idea of worldly pleasures. In other words, Hashem created such a world with so much things to attract us and entice us and create passion within ourselves. And by restraining that desire to want to attach ourselves for worldly pleasure, brings down the Maggid of Mezrich, we can actually elevate the desire, the counterpart of the physical, to its source on high, which is a source of holiness. What is that source? The spiritual source of passion. It's the longing to want to attach ourselves to Hashem, to want to feel Hashem's presence. But unfortunately, this obviously requires a lot of work. This is not something that comes naturally. In order for us to experience that spiritual delight, so to speak, we have to know that it's hiding underneath a certain level of physicality. And for each person, that attraction to physical delight is different. One, it's going to be food. For one, it's going to be power. For another, it's going to be, God forbid, drugs. Everybody has some sort of nature of physical desire, and when they uncover that spark, when they remove the veil of physicality, they're able to awaken themselves up on the counterpart of it to becoming more spiritual. So the idea is, and there's a point that I'm trying to make as far as Shabbat. The idea is if we look at physicality delight, physical delight, and we look at it as an end to itself rather than a means to serving Hashem, then the physical desire actually dims the light of what we are supposed to achieve spiritually. Now, the higher the intensity and the attraction to desire something of physical nature, the greater the soul's power is, measure for measure, for the holiness. And that, for some reason, beyond our conscious ability to grasp, that passion has unfortunately fallen into the realm of such physicality and sometimes to harm for a person himself. So the idea is to identify what the root of the desire is and to try to restrain it when it burns the most, and that's how you're able to remove the physical cover and reveal the actual essence of it, which is the desire to attach to Hashem. It's on Shabbat Kodesh that we are able to experience that balance where love and restraint comes and complements itself. How is that? It's because, again, as I explained, every physical entity has some sort of a spiritual counterpart. So when you weaken the spiritual element, then automatically, you get more attached to the physical and vice versa. So when the fire of our love is, when the fire of Am Yisrael's love is diminished for Hashem, then actually the Svarim HaKadoshim say that is how slowly but surely, that's how the Beit HaMikdash was slowly and surely destroyed, because every part of the Beit HaMikdash reflected a counterpart of longing and desire that we were supposed to express and show and present to Hashem. What happens on Shabbat? On Shabbat, when we refrain from certain physical activities that we're told to do, we essentially are rebuilding the Beit HaMikdash, and we get to taste the true meaning behind every physical activity. We get to taste the outpouring of Hashem's love for us and the love of ourselves that's hidden inside of ourselves, in that we've had, that we're covered for them from the mundane physical interaction of the world. We get to uncover that as well on Shabbat by restraining certain physical activities. So I know that this Shabbat audio is just a little bit more deep, but it teaches us such an amazing insight that instead of us looking at the restraints and the instructions that we were given by our holy sages of what we're not supposed to do, let's look at what comes out of it. Let's look at the reflection of what we're trying to uncover. By stopping from doing certain things, we're actually able to look, contemplate, and reveal to ourselves what's hidden underneath. And Be'ezrat Hashem, let's look at the Shabbat in a very different way, God willing, so that we'll be able to appreciate the restrictions for what they really are, and that is to reveal the essential core of our soul. Make it a wonderful Shabbat Kodesh for everybody.